We're live.
We're live, and we welcome to the Platinum Standard Grading, the PSG podcast known as Card Chaos, brought to you by psg.cards, local card shop, and all the other places. No, not local card shop. I just chucked that in. psg.cards, Meteorate Sports, the North Gold Coast Seahawks, the Meteorate North Gold Coast Seahawks. That's one of the ones. So, welcome to the podcast, boys. We have got Rob's taken over in the middle seat because Brett is off being very ambassadorial today. I don't
think I can sit in the middle, Rob.
Why?
Now that I think about it. Well, I've got one eye that works, and
He's got to have his good eye in a certain area.
Yeah, so it wouldn't look too good.
For those playing along at home, Jez is sometimes known as Sky Racing 1 and 2 because he can watch both screens at once.
Well, actually, funny enough, I actually can't.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. I actually didn't think you would. The worst bit about that one was that you told me that nickname yourself.
Yeah, it's a good nickname.
Yeah, it's not bad.
He gave it to himself.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So Jez is stepping in for Brett. So Brett's not here today.
Not a good replacement.
No, you're a great replacement, mate. Great replacement. And then, obviously, the man, the myth, the legend, Pugs. Welcome. What's up?
What's up?
That's all we got. So I've always wanted to say it's been a big week of sport, but I'll just say it's just been a big week, the last week.
It's been a big week.
So we should get into it, eh?
Yes, sir.
That'll be another show that Ruby has never seen, Benny Hill.
Probably hasn't.
She studied film, but
I can actually tell you I've never seen it.
Yeah, same.
Oh, wow. You should watch it. Got a lot of people. Liam Gazzard's joined. Ipswich Picture Framing. The one and only Chop is there. Who else we got?
Mint Collectibles.
Mint Collectibles. We'll see.
Yes, sir.
We're going to see Mint on Saturday.
Will we?
Why don't we just kick off with that? What's going on Saturday?
It's the top of the list. Collector's Market.
The Collector's Market. Woo! So PSG. Well, PSG are not attending per se, but
they're going to be well represented.
Yeah, I'd say PSG will be there.
Really?
Well, because we're all going to be there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. But Nev KB has joined. Welcome to Nev. So it's at Beanley, at the Beanley Distillery. Have you ever been there before?
I went there once and had dinner at one of their little truck things that were out the front.
Yeah, because it's
pretty nice.
Because it was there. That building has been there for years. And there was nothing.
Yeah, and it's totally vacant.
Ages. Yeah,
totally vacant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Use your words.
But it's a great place.
Yeah, it's just in a great.
I think
spot
they've
near
done
the
a great, amazing job to find a place to.
I think Zarafas use it now, don't they? I think they're the main.
Zarafas and the meat truck thing that's out the front.
Yeah, so we're going to be there. So who's PSG aligned with this week?
Who's going really?
Mint Collectibles.
Mint Collectibles, local card shop. That's
Big
all.
Boss.
Los
Lobos. Are we there?
Mojo
well?
Chasers.
Mojo Chasers. So PSG will be represented on a few different tables, and we'll be taking live submissions, definitely through Mint, Big Boss. I'm guessing Mint. I'll say Mint. Cohen's here, and Bit W 007117 sounds like a phone number. He's joined as well. So definitely Big Boss and local card shop will be taking submissions. I'm guessing Mojo Chasers.
Come see me if they want, yeah.
Anyone will be there. We can help them out. But it's a massive day because it's from 10 till 4 at the Beanley Distillery. And it's not just cards. It's all kind of collectibles.
It's cool. It's going to be quite fun.
Your mate Mitch.
Yep.
He's the one that organises it all. I think this is his second one.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so hopefully it's going to be a big day. And there'll be some specials, I'm sure, from PSG with the different submission partners. So we'll have to have a look there. The other thing that we're going to talk about, so the Collector's Market, we will be there.
How are you going to get this one out, Rob?
Jez, yeah, use your words, Rob. Jimmy Doughboy has joined us. That's great. That's a great username.
It is.
Yeah, it's a good one. Ask Pugs.
Ask Pugs.
Do you
have any questions? Just ask Pugs.
Do you want to give us a bit of a rundown what we're going to do?
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do like a little, would you say a podcast?
Or we're going to do it in this podcast. We'll have an Ask Pugs, and we'll see how it goes.
Like a little segment?
Yeah.
Basically, any questions that you have about the hobby, I guess.
Stuff that. About anything.
About anything.
About
any
anything.
questions. Any questions you've got in life?
Yep. Hobby related are great, but if there's something like there's a bit of a skin irritation you've had for a while.
You're having a bad day.
I might know. You never know.
If you're having a bad day.
Or I will know.
Just ask Pugs.
Ask Pugs, because he has the answer. So we will do a segment from next week. We've got to get some. You're going to organise some music for the intro for it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll do a little cheesy.
Yep.
thing.
We'll have a little segment in here, and if it does take off, we will maybe broaden it.
We might put a story up on Instagram. We might put a story up every day on Instagram
For this week?
Yep.
So people can post their questions and stuff.
Just put in any questions you have to ask Pugs.
Tim J just joined. I reckon Tim J would have a question or two for
Yeah.
Pugs.
Yeah.
If you were going to have a question for Pugs, what would it be?
Hmm.
I've put him on the spot. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, you have. I'm not really good on the spot.
So you can think about yours, but I do want one from you. But my question would be, what the first packet of cards? Do you remember what the first packet of cards you ripped was?
I sure do.
What was it? Please answer it.
92, 93 NBA hoops.
92, 93 NBA hoops. Who's the major ones in that? Jordan, obviously.
Jordan. Yeah, I pulled Jordan in the first pack too.
And that was it?
Yeah.
Hooked?
I was hooked like crazily.
Already a basketball fan at that stage?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So 92, 93. Yeah, you're only a little fella, though.
Yeah, I was 9.
Yeah. That's awesome. So 92, 93 hoops, that's what got Pugs involved.
Yep.
And now your kids are involved too.
Yeah, my youngest not so much. He just loves like rainbow-looking Pokemon because he loves rainbows. But my other son is obsessed with Pokemon
Jordan.
NBA. Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan, who you named after the first card you pulled.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pug, the other Jez?
My question to Pugs is, when you open a packet of cards, what's the first thing you do with the card?
With the card, put it in penny sleeves.
I was hoping you were going to say protect your cards.
Yeah,
He's
same
protecting
thing.
it by putting it in penny sleeves.
Yeah.
So,
although I did pull like when I went to Hobby Hangout in Sydney, I bought like a pack of Prism, like the hanger packs.
Yep.
And I was opening up, and the silver of the silver Prism card was a Damian Lillard with this huge scratch down the front.
So
and I was like, see, it doesn't even. I was like, you don't even need to have like, you know how everyone's like, oh, it's pack fresh, man.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like, yeah, no, not always.
Doesn't always work that way.
No.
Son's cards collector is on here. That's Liam.
Is it?
Yeah, I think we've got a
couple.
couple.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of cards for Liam at the moment.
We do.
And of course, Bailey. It would be disappointing if Bailey didn't come in and say something like Dr. Robin Pugsley.
Hey.
That's the way he rolls. How are you going, Bailey? I hope you're going well. Bailey, mate, we have a question and answer segment coming next week. Ask Pugs. So I do think that Bailey must be the one that's going to start us off because I reckon he'd have some cracking questions. Don't put them in here, Bailey. Send them to me and I'll we'll ask Pugs live next week.
So if you have any questions.
Oh, so it's going to be on the spot, so I don't have time to prepare.
No, we'll give you time to prepare because we'll have the questions.
No, but he's not going to get them. We'll prepare asking the questions to Pugs. There's nothing better. I mean, like
that's great
because
I'm great off the top of my head too.
Yeah,
so.
You'll be right.
That's great.
All right, so let's go into the next segment.
Sports.
Oh, cut that one a bit short. That's the wide world of sports theme because we're going to talk about some sports. What do we got? Do you want to start us off, Pugs?
NBA playoffs.
Okay.
That's what it says.
There you go.
I'm starting off.
Perfect. Done.
Yeah.
We're into the last finals before the NBA finals.
Yep. So what do they call these?
Eastern Conference and the Western Conference.
Yep. And who's up?
We got Boston versus Miami, and we got Lakers versus Denver, which is the exact same combination that was in the bubble.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
that's 2
sweet.
years later. We got the same 4 teams.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 years later.
3 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We've had a few seasons. Jeez, time does fly. And the Lakers obviously got up that time. You're hoping obviously for Lakers.
I do. Yeah. Well, they are my team. Even though they got LeBron, they are my team. Yeah. They're playing more as a team this time as well. It's like Anthony Davis is playing well. They got D'Angelo Russell. They got Rui, who's playing amazing. I liked Rui when he was in Washington, and he's just kind of fit perfectly in this Lakers team. And then of course you got Austin Reeves, who's
shooting the lights out, isn't he?
He's playing amazing.
He was a undrafted player, wasn't he?
Yeah, undrafted dude from a little farm boy from like Arkansas or something.
Yeah.
And just he's killing it. It's amazing.
Who's your team, Jez?
I go for the Bulls.
Oh yeah,
Chicago Bulls.
Your team's as good as mine.
Yeah.
No, they made the playoffs?
Yeah, I was gonna say Bulls were a little bit better.
Okay,
I think they made the play-in. They didn't quite make the playoffs.
If you're not first, you're last. So.
That's right, exactly. So, Bailey's got heaps of questions for you. Gold Gourmet Foods, which I know who that is now. They've joined us from
Gold Gourmet.
Yeah, I know who they are now. So it's a big hello. I saw them last week actually they were walking past at local card shop at Mermaid Beach.
Oh, there you go.
They'd been into the yard sampling some pizza.
Oh, the yard. Yeah.
Yeah, get on.
Go check it out.
There's another
those
one
guys
of
are
our,
amazing. That was an
There's
amazing
another one of our
place.
supporters, the Yard. They open this Thursday.
Woo!
Grand opening, 4 p.m.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh.
See, that's why I got the rest of the week on annual leave. I'm going to be at the
To
Yard.
recover before you get there.
Yeah, I'm going to be at the Yard. But yeah, ginger beer is bloody nice. But yeah, I saw the boys there. Yeah, so I think Denver are going to.
I actually think Denver will up them.
Yeah, I think Denver might.
They're just too
I'd love
too
Denver to
big.
win.
Pardon?
I'd love them to win because they haven't won for ages, have they?
And Joker's
He
playing
just-
amazing. They got MPJ who's playing amazing. Jamal Murray's back from injury, playing amazing. Like, yeah, no, the team's too deep to, I think, for anyone to really mess with.
And what about Ja Morant? You know he's on the bottom of our list, but that's only because I just thought about him.
I got one word written beside it. Idiot.
Yeah, that's an ID10T problem.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. I had a customer when I used to work in another life form. He rang me and I said, "Oh mate, my computer's not working." And he goes, "What's wrong with it?" And I told him whatever. And he goes, "I know what that is. It's an ID10T problem." I went, "Oh yeah, okay, geez, these bloody tech people are good." I said, "How do I fix it?" He goes, "It's hard to fix, mate."
you got to write it down.
And that's what he said. He goes, "You got to write it down." So I wrote ID10T. Idiot. Okay. So I try to use that whenever I can. Yeah, but he
That's
is.
great.
He's an absolute idiot. Jez.
I just don't understand why.
I know.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Like,
thinking? Like,
What? He's not thinking.
even like the bloke that was recording was like, "Whoa."
yeah. I said, he's like, no, not again. But yeah, that little second, someone caught it and just screenshot it.
Is he gone? Yeah.
That I reckon that I was reading something before saying he could be suspended for half the year.
I feel like
just
he
'cause
should be.
it's- Well, Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittenton had gun issues back in the day, and they had huge suspension. So
I just don't understand. Like, you just ruining your career for no reason.
yeah, well, he just got in trouble for it too,
Yeah.
like just months ago. Like, do you not understand? So
Hey, just as Cohen's asked the questions, Cohen, mate, just shoot me a message because I can give you an update. They're ready to go. There's the update.
Yeah,
But
there you go.
we'll organise a time for you to come down and pick them up because there's no local card shop here anymore. But we can still sort that. Chris Anstey's just joined. He's just
Hey,
so let's actually
my boy.
while we're talking NBA, so give it a plug.
okay.
Yeah.
Man, if you want to go see some NBA games and do all that thing, I did it last year with the Anstey Tours. Incredible. Greatest
Greatest.
experience of my life. Like, it was amazing.
Well, it was such a great experience that
I'm still
felt-
buzzing.
Yeah, and we felt like we went there because we were the two that were left in the office to do the podcast on our
I
own.
feel like we were there anyway.
Yeah, I do too. But
You were there because I was watching the podcast while I was.
but yeah, no, an amazing opportunity. I mean, when do you get the chance to go to NBA games with a bloke that played on those courts?
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. And then he's got like his little people that he knows that can get you down onto the
Yeah.
court and stuff. So it's incredible.
And then isn't it Ruckers Park that you get to go?
Oh,
and-
Rucker Park.
Rucker Park.
Greatest, greatest place in
You get
history.
to go and shoot a few hoops.
Yeah,
You would
it was
have
amazing.
been in your element there, wouldn't
Oh,
you?
yeah, it was great. Even though, like, it sucks because I was injured, but I went.
Oh, you
I
still
still did it
give it
and
a
then
crack.
felt for it
Yeah.
the next couple of days, but it was great.
yeah. And Chris is a great bloke too. So
Yeah.
he's a friend of Media 8, obviously.
Well, speaking of Chris, like, he came and met. Well, we went to the Gold Coast Rollers game a couple of weeks ago, and Chris Anstey was there with Media 8.
Yep.
And Anstey actually got out of his seat, came up to the stands, and sat with me and my son, and just made my son feel like he was $1 million.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
pretty cool.
Jordan was like speaking about it for like days and weeks, just like, oh yeah, that's my first NBA player I've ever met, and all this kind of thing. So like, yeah, major props to Chris Anstey for
Yep,
sure.
that's cool. So yeah, check out that. That's on the Media 8 website, I think, Media 8 Sports website. Yep, and we might put a link in the
Description.
description, yeah, on this one as well. Okay, so yeah, he's lost the plot. But the question I was going to ask, guns aren't illegal in the US.
No,
No, but you're trying to like.
I think
you're
it's because he's a role model
Yeah.
type.
Yeah, but they're not
And
illegal.
no, but there might be a NBA
Might be.
code of conduct
Yeah.
that they have to
It
follow.
would be interesting to know, really, because when you think, it's like saying someone, we saw, I don't know, Jeremy Cameron from the AFL drinking a beer. Well, it's legal. It's not illegal to do it.
Yeah.
But
Well, he's doing celebrations with the beer.
it just took him a while to get over it too. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting. It'll develop over the next few days, I guess.
Yeah,
that
you have a
story.
good point though. Like, they're not illegal in America. So
But I guess acting
knows?
like a dick is not
Or
illegal either.
Dancing around with your gun. in your
Yeah,
hand.
it's just not a great.
While I
look.
think was he driving or was the other guy driving?
I don't know. I haven't seen the video. I just woke up to messages saying he's at it again.
Yeah.
So, which is pretty cool. Pretty strange. The EPL, Jez, we're coming down to the business end of the season, but I don't know that there's much really that's going to change between now and the end of the season.
I think there's a massive race for the relegation.
Yes.
So
who's gone? Someone's already gone.
I can't remember off the top of my head. I know Leicester are in the bottom 3, but they have a game in hand.
Yep.
So
I'll get the EPL table up here. I can't remember who they were either, because that's why I bring you onto the website.
Yeah. I actually had it on before,
Podcast.
and I was going to write it down, but my phone got stolen off of me.
Oh,
Again?
well, it's right there.
Yeah.
Southampton. That's who I thought it was.
Southampton gone?
Yeah, they're 6 points. Only 2 games to go, and they're 6 points on the bottom.
Yeah.
So they're screwed.
I think Everton might stay up. They've got a good run of the rest of the season.
Well, Leicester have got a game in hand and would need to win one of their last 2 games to get above Everton.
Yeah, and I don't think it's possible for Liverpool to go into Champions League, but I don't think it's going to happen.
And Man City would have to lose their last 3 games.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many more games have they got?
They've got
Most teams have got
3.
2, but Man City have 3, and they're already 4 points ahead. So it's not looking good for us Liverpool fans this year. But at least with Leicester, I'm now barracking for Leicester to go down.
I don't know.
No, I am, because they stole a title off Liverpool.
Yeah, but still.
Go down.
Yeah, but still.
Relegate 'em.
exactly.
See you
They
later.
stole it, they still.
Yeah.
See you later. But one team I don't want to go is Leeds. Just because it took them so long to get back up last time.
True. And they're talking about Ange maybe going to Leeds next year.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. I listened to a podcast about Ange Postecoglou, and because he's obviously won another title with Celtic, which, I mean, it's great. But let's be honest, Celtic have won 17 titles out of the last 19 or something like that.
They have the best team and they buy the best players in the league.
But the one thing Ange has done is he's just brought a whole community and got behind a manager.
Yeah.
You know, they just love him.
Yeah.
But I heard that he may well stay at Celtic for one more year because they want to win something in Europe. I don't know that they will,
Yeah.
Probably not, no.
but maybe a game would be a start, because I don't think they've won a game in Europe for a long time either.
Nah, it's hard versing all the big teams.
Yeah, with the huge money.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a possibility there. But yeah, look, no, Leicester can go get stuffed.
One thing that did happen in the Premier League in the last 2 weeks is Haaland beat the all-time Premier League goal scoring record.
So what's he up to this year?
I think he's on 36.
36 or 37 now, isn't it? Something ridiculous. And he's still got 3 games
35
to go.
was the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's still 2 or 3 games left.
To score a goal in every game is pretty.
That's
Like
pretty cool.
when you look at teams, there are teams that have only scored 32 goals for the year.
Yeah.
The whole team.
Yeah.
Well played, Everton. But yeah.
But it's hard because Man City have the best team by far. I was saying to my housemate the other day, soccer's like one of the only sports where you have 11 players on your team and all 11 players are like good players.
Yep.
And like AFL, you think about it, like you'll have, let's say, 18 good players and then 6 players that are good but not
Just on that,
Not
on
great.
the cusp.
And like you've got to like Brisbane have Harry Sharp playing, who's a good player, yeah, but he's not the best player.
Oh, he will be. It's okay.
I don't think so. But yeah, like soccer, maybe basketball is one of them because there's only 5 players.
Yeah,
on there.
basketball is heavily reliant upon 2 or 3 on a team, isn't it? Like if
Yeah.
you get the right 2 or 3 in your team.
Yeah, you got your main guy, and then there's the 2 underneath that can take it over if he's having a bad game.
Yep.
Kind of thing.
Which is why they build these super teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
Because they can do it quite easily because it doesn't take many pieces. But soccer, yeah, look, I mean, it's a fine line between about 16 teams.
Yeah.
You know, the top 4 or 5 are just ridiculously good. And
Yeah.
they've got all the money.
Do they not have like a salary cap or anything?
Yeah,
Oh,
how much money you actually have in your wallet.
That's
is
that's
your
your,
salary.
that's your
Like,
ending.
it's like how many shirt sales you have and like everything else is like your salary cap. And if you make heaps of money, then it doesn't really matter.
I got a weird question because neither of us are soccer guys, are we? You're
Not
a
really,
soccer
no.
guy, no. Wrexham,
Yes.
could they actually like progress all the way through, say in 10 years' time, be in the Premier League?
Yes, they can. It really depends on.
Because they sell shirts.
They do.
They sell lots of shirts.
Well, I reckon they will because of Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds.
So if they stick behind them,
Yeah, well, it's just they bring people to the club, so they've already got
Yeah, for sure.
ex-Premier League players messaging him saying, I'll come out of retirement just to play for Wrexham for a year.
that's
And,
pretty good.
Like, that'll help them get up extra, like, win extra games to get up into the next league because they've got the Premier League experience and stuff.
Because Elton John bought Watford all those years ago.
Yeah.
Didn't help.
But they're doing it, like, those two are doing it really good. They're especially getting it out on, like, all social media and stuff, and they have
It's a different era now, isn't
yeah,
it?
and they've got that TV show.
What is it? Welcome to Wrexham.
Welcome to Wrexham. Great show.
Yeah. Good show.
Great show.
Ruby Pagram, P-A-G-R-A-M, has joined the podcast.
Hey, Ruby.
Hey, Rubes.
Hey.
How you going?
Number one Rubes. Number one producer in the world. And so is Mel from Ball Don't Lie, which, again, one of the great podcasts. Rob and Jez went to the footy.
You go to the footy.
Hey.
That's all it says. Rob and Jez
I
went
know.
to the footy. We were talking about
Well, it
maybe...
says go to the footy, actually, not
Yeah,
went.
go to the footy. We went to the footy. How was it?
What game did you go to?
Brisbane versus Essendon.
Brisbane versus
Oh,
Essendon.
nice. Oh, so you're against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Hey.
went.
This is why I put it on the run sheet.
That's great.
I'm not one of these fans that gloats about our victories, but if Jez has to bring it up, that's a good thing.
No, well, I wouldn't say you needed to gloat about it because Essendon had heaps of players out. They had no defence.
Yep.
We're playing a young fella.
Up
against
playing a young fella. Okay.
up
How
against
14?
Hipwood. No, he was.
That's a young
I
fella.
think he's 19.
Could the guy vote?
Yeah.
Could he drive a car?
So he's an
I
adult.
hope so.
He's all right. He's not a young
I
fella.
hope so. He's
Liam
younger than me, which
True.
is hard
True.
to do.
Gazzard, who's our resident EPL expert and one of Australia's most aspiring young referees, he says that it's easier to get promoted now.
Yeah.
3 automatic spots and 1 playoff spot. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, no, good.
Okay, yeah.
No.
So we went, but what was great, like Essendon, they were always going to
You could really
struggle
see at the end of the game that both teams were in different spots in their
in their cycle.
in their cycles.
Yeah, but what a great crowd.
Yeah. It was,
How many were there?
what was going on between? How many were there?
32,000.
32,000.
Oof. Nice.
What was going on with Danaher? So we were Essendon booing
Yes.
and Brisbane Lions trying to outclap the boos.
Yep.
I was so confused the first time that
Yep.
happened.
So that's the second time that's happened. And Essendon fans boo him because he obviously left the club and it wasn't the greatest exit.
No, it wasn't. I still like Danaher and I'm an Essendon supporter.
Yeah, look, I mean, I've got Brisbane players elsewhere that I still like, but the Essendon fans booed him and they gave it to him. This is 2 years ago when they first played. And the Brisbane supporters stood up that time and clapped every time he got the ball. And what ended up happening
Stick it
that
to him.
night, he kicked 5 goals
Nice.
and tore them apart. Last weekend, he scored 6 goals, which is his equal best ever,
Yeah.
and he was quite good.
Well, he didn't
That's
have
awesome.
much of a competition.
Oh, that's what an Essendon supporter would say. No, he had a good game.
Yeah, no, he had a cracking game. But the first time it happened, I was sitting there and I was like, is this like a milestone kick for Danaher? Like, I don't know what is happening right now. Like, why is everybody cheering? And then he kicked it and then they cheered louder and I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, they weren't cheering for his choice of song.
No. Liam did say, he's like, I'm sick of hearing this song. Can we change it?
So the Lions players have a song that they play after each time they kick a goal. Each player's got their own song.
Oh, they got their own song.
And
That's
Joe
crazy.
Danaher's is "Let It Go" by Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, what a champion.
The guy sitting
Oh,
behind
that's my
me
new
was
favourite player.
the guy sitting behind me was a big Essendon supporter, and he was giving it to Danaher. And every time the song started, his mates are going, "Let it go!" They're in his face.
That's great.
But yeah, the first kick of the game, Danaher, he actually went off the side of his boot, and this guy's yelled out, "That's why we got rid of you." So
And then he kicked 6 on him.
Kicked 6 goals, and every time he kicked a goal, there's half a dozen people going,
Let
"That's
it
why we
go."
got him."
Yeah.
Where were
So-
we in the Brisbane members area?
You would have been in and about it, yeah.
Because I don't think I saw a single Essendon supporter within the vicinity of us. And I couldn't believe it, but every single time we got the ball and
Yep.
got tackled, we could have had it for about a second. Every single person was yelling ball.
Oh, come
And I
on.
was like, what is going on?
All right, we're
here?
going to move on now. The Brisbane fans, they know what they're doing.
Oh, they had no clue.
Nothing wrong with that. Let's get to the next segment.
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em.
I thought I'd get to
I
there.
could see it was coming.
This is the card news segment. So, Pugs, we'll throw to you to start with because it is big time.
We got big dogs coming.
Big dogs coming this
Yeah.
week. What's coming out this week?
Flawless. A year behind, but still it's flawless. 21. It's not. What is it? It's 21-22. So it's not 22-23, but it's 21-22. So you can get Cade Cunningham autos.
So
rookies.
We were talking about this. He get his rookie just before he plays his third season.
He didn't even play his second season pretty much because he got injured. But
that's the way that's the way it goes now. They'll have to catch up at some stage.
Hopefully. Well, they've only got a couple of years left till.
Here's a weird question, and this is just something I thought of. So Panini got the license to when the end of 25.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they keep dragging their feet, could they be releasing 24-25 product into 27-28 season?
Oh, like drag it out.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I don't know. There's
I
a
wonder if
question.
that's what they're kind of doing. They're like, hey, we'll see how long we can like make it go.
Yeah.
So we can do it later on. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a what do you
Unless they
think?
get bought out.
I'm
Do you
not gonna lie, I started reading this. And
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
I kind of knew that. And Tom Bromley, DJ,
Big
hello.
Jazz.
He said, "Big Jazz, how you going, big fella?"
Boo.
Boo.
Yeah.
Do you boo him as well at home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Comes out of the toilet. Boo.
Yeah, that might happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. I
Tops
feel you.
NBA
man.
early. Yeah, I reckon it's right. I reckon Zach's on the money there because they will at some point. Panini surely sell the name and just go. You can have what you want.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, they might as well take the money.
No one wants Panini anyway.
Zach, are you ready for Saturday, mate? We gave that a bit of a chat before, so hopefully we'll see you on Saturday. So Flawless is coming out.
Yeah, it looks good too. I like the design of it this year. Looks pretty cool.
It does. It looks really good. Which ones were we looking at? Oh, that
We saw the triple Ogre Man.
Yeah, I know. How cool was that?
That looks pretty cool. The Anthony Davis with had the
from the back of the jersey.
The 16. The what do you call it? The championship.
Yep.
Tag. That looks sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it actually looks pretty
It
good.
should be a great product. The other one, and Zach can tell us because I know that he deals a lot with Topps. Topps Chrome are bringing out tennis cards.
Ooh.
So we've gone. Another sport has reappeared into the mainstream cards. So tennis has traditionally been done by Leaf over the last few years. So, well, when they say the last few years, it hasn't been around for 3
Has it
or
been
4 years.
licensed like with Leaf?
Well,
You know how Leaf normally do unlicensed.
well, they don't
cards?
need a license, really. They'd be dealing with each individual player.
Oh, they would be too.
So there's no teams or anything like that.
True.
But no, they had a good product. PSG 10 Nick Kyrgios. I'll tell you what, I'd love a Nick Kyrgios auto out of Topps. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, they're coming out. So that's, and
That'd
I
be
think they're
cool.
coming out with a chrome and a light version, which will be pretty cool. And then the other big one at the moment is the Disney cards.
Yeah,
You just,
they actually look kind of cool.
did you see the Steamboat Willie that was pulled by a
I haven't.
collector down in Melbourne?
No.
So apparently it's like 10 grand, this card.
That's ridiculous.
And it's just
Sell now. Like I don't see it holding. I don't know.
Who knows?
I can't speak in non-sport because they can't get injured. So
Mickey Mouse has been injured.
Yeah.
It's been a tragic injury at Disneyland.
He's done his ACL.
He has. It was a sling tackle from.
He's got
grand.
he's got a 10-week ban.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really
10
have no
grand.
idea.
That's amazing.
It is amazing, but yeah, a fantastic new product that everybody's trying to get their hands on, and it's not easy. So
You got a box at LCS, don't you?
we do have one left. Yeah, they sold pretty quick, these ones. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that got shorter, Ruby. Yeah,
No, I think
anyway,
that's how it was.
it's good. Oh, Ruby's just giving us
Oh,
which is
sorry.
fantastic. Yeah. I don't have a lot about Australians doing their sport overseas.
I've got absolutely nothing.
Is there any left in the basketball?
No, I don't even. Oh, wait.
They're all gone. Oh no, Jock. No, Jock's gone.
No, yeah. I can't believe Phoenix left. No.
Yeah. So they're all gone.
Yeah, no, I
they're
think
all
they have.
preparing for the World Cup now.
I don't think there's any in Denver. There's none in Boston. There's none in Lakers. Yeah, no. And then there's none
None at
with,
Miami.
Miami.
Yep. Well, there you
Oh,
go. So
That's crazy.
screw that.
Good segment.
Great
Yeah.
segment.
Good
Jason
job-
Day's
good job,
the one I
Aussies.
got. I got the one in there as Jason Day. 5 years without winning. He was the former world number 1 golfer, and he hasn't won a tournament for 5 years. And today came from behind
Nice.
and secured a victory. And there was 2 other Aussies I heard, and I don't even know who they were, but there was 2 Aussies in other tours around the world that lost in playoffs overnight. So the Aussies were doing really well. Jason Day, he's a local from Beaudesert.
Oh, nice.
So, and if you haven't had the chance to look at Jason Day's the story of Jason Day, do it. It's an amazing story. His parents did it really tough. They were a really hardworking family, and his dad bought him a golf club home one night, a 7-iron, and he just started knocking the ball around and realised he was half good at this game,
Nice.
and took it all to world number one. He's won a US PGA. His mum passed away last year, which really rocked him.
Yep.
And he had her name on his golf bag this week and winning it on Mother's Day. Like it's
nice.
It's cool.
pretty good moment. But that's really all we have. So I don't really. Do you have anything, Jez? Any sports? No, you said you don't.
Nope.
Should have probably used the Ange Postecoglou thing in this part.
Just some crap.
Well, a bit of Aussie sport. What's his name? Craig Bellamy has announced that he'll take the reins of the Melbourne Storm for the 22nd season.
Ooh.
Now, I know you've got one in the States that's in the NBA that's similar.
What's that for?
Coach Pop.
Oh, yeah.
He's been around for like 500 years.
He's been forever. He's a vampire.
But there's not many coaches that last that kind of time. So I know it's not an Aussie.
No, not
abroad.
these days, especially like the Phoenix Suns coach got fired
5 minutes after it, yeah.
After and he's only been there for what, 4 or 5 years, and he took him to the finals a couple of years ago.
Yep.
So,
Well, Quinn Snyder of the Jazz got the boot,
I
and he took him every year to the playoffs.
There's like 4 in the last 4 years that have taken their teams to the NBA finals that are no longer with that team.
It's crazy.
Which is crazy. Like
it is crazy. So yeah, and Craig Bellamy has a really bizarre contract. He's contracted to the Melbourne Storm until the end of 2026, but he's only agreeing to coach them on a year-by-year basis.
Oh, okay.
So this time of the year, every year, they have these big debates on whether Bellamy's going to go for one more year or whether he's going to pull up stumps.
It's on Sportsbet.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no, he's given them the all clear again this year. So
Nice.
back for another one. The last bit. Look, let's just go. Let me find something that we can. What can we use?
Crazy Frog.
Yeah, let's just use it anyway.
What's going on?
So we don't have Brett. No Brett.
Nope.
So we don't have a Brett's crazy idea. I don't have anything to rant about. I was going to rant about something, and I learnt that Jez might have a rant, so we might get to your rant right at the
I don't
end.
have a rant. It's just
Go on, tell everyone.
just not happy with you, Rob.
Why?
Rob keeps stealing my pens. I had 6 pens.
Oh, I think you had more.
No, there was 6.
Yeah, there's
6?
more than.
I had 6 pens,
Geez, then I've stole off other people too.
and it just every now and then, just one pen went missing. And I was
Yeah.
like, "What is going on here?"
Well, can I just defend myself for a little bit?
And then they're
Because-
not even here. That's the
No,
funny
I,
thing.
I looked in his office. I was like, "All right, there's gonna be a pen somewhere." They're all gone.
They're gone.
They're all gone.
They disappeared.
Rob just takes them and runs.
Yeah, so in my defence, this office, there's no pens in any office.
There is so many
Because
pens.
Rob works here.
There's no pens. So then I found these pens on Jez's desk. I went, well, there's some pens. And then I'd say to Pugs, I say, hey, Pugs, don't tell him, but I'm going to take a pen. And this has gone on for a while. And then they go into my pocket. And where did we find one on Saturday?
We found one up at the local card shop in the Gabba.
Yeah. Yeah.
Small
So
travel.
I'm there writing out something for a customer, and Jez going, that's my pen. Shit. He's right too. But yeah, so yeah, no Rob's rant. But we're gonna.
Rob's a pen thief.
I am a pen thief. I asked my wife at one stage. She would rubber band all the pens that I used to steal from my last workplace, and say, "We just take them back."
Can she do that again?
Yeah, I'll have to find because pretty sure there's one at Mermaid. There's one at the Gabba. That one's staying at the Gabba. I'll bring the one back from Mermaid, and I'll replace a couple others as well. Yeah, I thought we'd just end with just some crap, some stuff that.
Crap.
And one thing, the first thing I want to go is the one on the bottom there, the turtle chips.
Oh, bro.
Has anyone out there, if you've had turtle chips,
I took a photo of exactly what they
Oh
are. So I
my
can tell you.
God. So we've got a lady that we work with. Her name is Claudia. She's from the great country of South Africa, and she often brings in different things, doesn't she?
Yeah.
As
It's
well
a
as her
random
sense of
sense.
humour. It's a random sense of humour as well. And she brought in turtle chips, choco churros. Churros. Okay, whatever. That's what they're called.
And they're amaze balls.
How good were they?
Oh,
so
man.
good.
And they're
Even
not
like-
even made of turtles.
Even like had gum and eat it with the gum and it still tasted good.
Fair income.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. Where would they've got the name Turtle Chips from? Like,
They're actually because I went and bought a pack on the weekend.
they're sold out now. She tried to buy some yesterday for us.
I live up Coomera. I live a whole lot.
Well, that's where she lives
Different.
too.
Does she?
Yeah, that's where she shops.
Oh, well, I must have got in.
You must have got in first. Well played, sir.
But they got other flavors, and they're all called turtle chips.
Get out.
Yeah.
So people,
like sour cream
this
and
is
chives
this
and
is
stuff.
not a paid advertisement for Turtle Chips.
No, but go get them.
It can be if they
Yeah.
sponsor us.
That's it. We will reach out to Turtle. So it'll be Card Chaos, brought to you by psg.cards, Platinum Standard Grading, The Yard, Meteorate Sports, and Turtle Chips.
Yes, sir.
If that doesn't get us a
We
packet
get a
of
pack
turtle,
every day.
yeah, if that doesn't get us something from there, I mean, with our thousands of listeners. But the last thing that I wanted to go with was unpopular movies that you just love.
See, I was trying to think of one before, and that's why I was zoning out, but I can't think of one.
So there's no unpopular movie that you
I don't really watch movies.
Why? Because it goes for longer than 15 minutes and your attention span doesn't quite
Yeah, you
reach
could
that?
say
He's part of the
that.
TikTok generation where they just flick.
Yeah.
You could say that, but I don't know.
I'm not going to lie, I'm similar.
I just don't watch movies.
I've got to watch movies in the cinema.
do you?
Otherwise, yeah.
Cinema's fun.
I hate watching
Yeah.
movies in the cinema.
Really? Why?
Just
See, this is why it's crap, because we can just move on. Why do you hate...
well, you got to go there, right? And then like, if the cinema's packed and you have to sit next to someone, that's just something I don't want to do.
It's not packed these days.
No.
Yeah, but it's not. But
I went and saw Air, like a couple
Which
weeks
apparently is
ago.
already on streaming.
Yeah, I saw that.
Unbelievable.
And I was the only one in the cinema, and then there was an old fella walked in a little bit later, and there was two of us. It was amazing.
It was special.
Just like, yeah.
We are the special two.
but yeah, I just don't like it. I just rather watch it in the safety of my own home. You know?
But then you don't watch them at home.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay.
I don't watch movies in general, so
And you like the cinema experience?
I just love movies.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
is there anything that's unpopular that...
Unpopular in what way? With my
everyone-
wife
no,
or
that-
with...
Oh, well, we can go that way,
Because
but
I like everything my wife doesn't like.
just in general, like, is there something that everyone says that was a crap movie and you go...
Oh, I like a lot of movies that people say are crap. But people will read reviews before they go see the movie
Yep.
and already have their mindset. I don't read reviews because it's just someone else's
I
opinion.
used to know a guy who used to say that going to the movies was his 120 minutes of escaping reality.
Yeah, it makes 100%.
It doesn't really
sense.
matter what it is. I don't really know if I've got too many that I like and not, and you know, everyone else pans them. But I'll tell you one thing. Everyone says how great he is Ben Stiller. Not Ben Stiller. Sorry, Ben Stiller. Adam Sandler.
I love
Can't stand
everything.
him.
I love everything to do with him.
Cannot stand him.
Same with Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell's he's a genius.
Stuff that both of them, whatever they do, is never a miss.
There's a movie I love, and it's Ben Stiller that a lot of people said no to. Was the Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
That's actually pretty good.
I love that
Yeah.
film, but I remember everyone telling me not to go there because it's crap. And I reckon that's the best 2.5 hours I ever spent in the cinema. That movie is just amazing.
That's cool.
So, and on that too, Wahlburgers. Have you been to Wahlburgers?
Yeah, I went when I was down in Sydney.
Yeah. What do you
for
think?
Hobby Hangout. Oh, amazing.
Right. So
Holy smokes.
I told people I was going to. Have you been?
no. I haven't
Right.
been.
So I was.
Oh, there's one here now on Gold Coast, hey?
At Surface. So I said to a few people, I said, "Oh, I'm going to Wahlburgers tonight." Oh, it's crap. It's crap. It's overpriced. Right.
Oh, it's definitely overpriced, but
$16 for a burger. Yeah.
it is. It's the same at like burgered and grilled and all
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So
But if you don't know American food, you won't like it.
yeah.
But
Well, after being in America, right,
Is-
you'd go and get a meal and it would be $20 American.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it till afterwards, and I'm like, that's $20 American. It's like 35 Oz. So
yeah, but
it's
the
actually
food,
quite cheap.
but the food wise, it was just so American. Wasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
You know, the burgers and the onion rings. It's not onion rings like what we get here in Australia.
No.
It was just.
I don't
little
get
bit.
onion rings in Australia.
Did you have onion? You know what I had?
I don't get them. They're disgusting.
Mac and cheese.
I think I got waffle fries.
I got mac and cheese, $7.
Oh, mac and cheese. It's cool.
And I dead set, Jez, you go get mac and cheese.
Get the mac and cheese.
Yeah, you don't even need a meal.
Okay.
Mac and cheese only.
It's American size.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like an entree, $7, and we could have eaten it all day. That's what we're going to leave it at that.
Yes, sir.
You got anything else?
Wait, is there any unpopular movies you love?
Well, Walter Mitty, I think.
Oh yeah, Walter Mitty.
Walter
Okay.
Mitty, I think that was one. But what's your all-time favourite?
Movie.
Yeah,
Waterboy.
that's some high quality H2O right there,
I love
boy.
I love Waterboy. Or Above the Rim.
Well, Jez?
What's my favourite movie?
Yeah.
I don't really have one.
Frozen.
Don't really watch
Why am I
movies.
not surprised? Why am I not surprised? All right, mine's definitely Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original.
The OG version.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. last word from Jez. Yeah, that's good. Pugs.
That was more than what he said.
He's got nothing to say anyway. Pugs, what's your last word?
Protect your cards.
And mine is listen to these two guys. They are the best. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week, same time.
Go Platinum.
Yeah!